discussions and in their forecast.
I'm Carissa Williamson, and this has been Your Government in Action, a presentation of Bahamas Information Services. Join us on Tuesday evenings where we bring you highlights, coverage, and information as we continue to do what we do best, linking people and government.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, an electrical shock leaving a Grand Bahama Power Company employee seriously injured. Plus, we have the latest update on the island's homicide from senior police officials. And the ruling is in for the alleged suicide on Guanaqui Abaco. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Azure Quant. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news tonight, an electrical shock at the local power plant, sending one man to hospital with serious injuries. Tonight, our Shane Stubbs speaks with a family member and the Grand Bahama Power Company on this incident.
In a startling turn of events at the Grand Bahama Power Peel Street plant, a worker received a severe electric shock and was then rushed to the Ram Memorial Hospital. Now, sources report that the man was exposed to a staggering 69,000 volts, which is the highest voltage at the GBPC. Now, the incident sent a shockwave throughout the community as it coincided with an island-wide power outage. The family rushing to the hospital after hearing the news of their loved one. The prayer warriors banding together outside the Ram Memorial Hospital's entrance, lifting the worker up in prayer and giving thanks for their life. One family member was immensely grateful that the incident did not result in loss.
He's unconscious. He can hear. He's speaking, but they sent his wife for his passport, so I think they're going to airlift him. That's all I can say.
Expressing much concern for the employee and victim in this incident, Chief Operating Officer Nikita Mullings also speaking with our news team.
Around 3 p.m., we would have received a report of one of our employees receiving an electrical contact at our energy plant. Our team would have immediately contacted all relevant authorities. The employee is indeed conscious and being assessed by a medical team. Our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family as he recovers.
Now the family is requesting the support and prayers of the community at this very difficult time. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Well, it's shy of just 1 week since students at the Bishop Michael Eldon School had a terrifying experience after a lightning storm sent several persons to hospital. Tonight, our Shalia Roll gets an update from the school's principal.
8 students and a teacher, all happy to be alive following a lightning strike on Thursday morning. The strike hitting a tree, traveling underground, hitting the concrete path where several students were standing. Today, we checked in with the principal at Bishop Michael Eldon to see how the children are doing.
On Thursday, we had 4 students transported to the hospital by EMT, and they were all treated and discharged by 6 p.m. on Thursday evening. Some of them have repeat visits. They all got discharge instructions, and so they have to check back at the hospital.
Students affected from this act of nature fell to the floor as the lightning struck. Soon after, they went into a classroom and started praying for the students until they realized that their peers had blood coming from their ears and hands. They say that witnessing this lightning strike was traumatizing.
And it hurt, and I feel so bad I just start crying.
Cynthia Wells, principal of the Bishop Michael Eldon School, says that it is still fresh in the students' minds.
It's still a topic of conversation, and it will be for a little while.
Now, parents say with the severe weather over the weekend, some children had a hard time coping. Counseling services were provided for the children affected. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
Thank you, Shalia. Well, meantime, the freak weather system that has impacted the northern Bahamas since Friday also producing hail on Grand Bahama. While some witnessed hailstorm with excitement, others watched with concern about the damage left behind. Tonight, insurance experts are stressing the significance of reviewing insurance policies proactively. Romiko Knowles reports.
Well, this past weekend, residents in Grand Bahama experienced an unusual weather phenomenon.
Look on the car! Oh my God, look at my car! Oh, what is going on? It's snowing!
Ice falling from the sky. For those fortunate enough to witness it, it was a sight to behold. However, the ice had to land somewhere, and for some, it ended up on their vehicles. At Freeport Insurance agents and brokers, officials reported that by noon, half a dozen individuals had already visited to file damage claims. Among them was a woman whose 2024 SUV was left with dents across the hood and roof. The question is, can she claim for hail damage?
The long and short answer to the question is yes.
Director of Freeport Insurance Agents and Brokers, Donald Ward, says although it is not written specifically in the policy, only those with comprehensive insurance are able to claim for hail damage.
And the reason why it is probably not written in the policy is because we just don't have that type of thing in this region. But the comprehensive nature of your plan, of your insurance, makes it covered.
The term commonly used in insurance policies that covers hail damage is act of God.
We pretty much use that term in the Caribbean and in the Bahamas, act of God, meaning that if you have comprehensive cover, whether it's for your house or your car, the common denominator is comprehensive.
And while the incident may be considered extraordinary, he says claiming is simple.
You claim the same way as if you had a fender bender down the road 15 minutes ago. You come in and you let the insurers know.
Now, for those of you with only third-party insurance, unfortunately, you are out of luck. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Romiko Knowles.
Tonight, we have an update on the island's latest homicide. Police were called to the scene of a construction site where a lifeless male body was found with gunshot wounds. With several suspects now in custody and response from law enforcement, we bring you the latest on this. On May 16th, a routine day at a construction site, turning left as workers discovered a body with apparent gunshot wounds. Police meeting the lifeless body of a male who was wearing an ankle monitor, raising the island's homicide toll to 2. Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernander now providing an update on this active investigation, noting that he has been in communication with Assistant Commissioner of Police Shanta Knowles, who confirms that several individuals are currently in police custody.
They have 4 patients, 4 adult males in custody at this present time, being questioned reference to that matter. We expect some closure within this week.
Further details also being shared by police officials on the island, noting the victim has been identified as a 45-year-old Jamaican national who was out on bail for armed robbery. Authorities are awaiting the arrival of the victim's family from Jamaica for formal identification of the body. This incident now sparking significant concern and questions, particularly regarding the circumstances under which a Jamaican national was granted bail in the Bahamas. Now, Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, addresses these concerns.
Being a foreign national doesn't prevent you getting bail.
He references a recent case involving an American woman who was accused of conspiring to kill her husband alongside 2 co-defendants. She was later granted bail of $100,000 by a Bahamian Supreme Court justice and was permitted to return to the United States pending her trial.
Whether you're Jamaican, Bahamian, from wherever you are, The issue that the police are having is that these persons are admitted to bail and then themselves become the subject of murder. And so that's more important than his nationality.
Minister Monroe emphasizing that police are most concerned with
Bahamian and foreigners getting bail and then themselves being victims of murder.
Well, the ruling is in for the investigation into the alleged suicide that occurred on May 9th in Guanakee, Abaco. Police reports indicated that a young woman identified as 27-year-old Destiny Hamilton Elder was found in a bathroom in Guanakee, Abaco, with the case initially deemed an alleged suicide. On May 16th, her mother confirmed through a statement that Elder did indeed take her own life. Now, Chief Superintendent Will Hart, lead investigator and officer in charge of the Abaco Division, is providing the conclusion of the investigation.
The pathologist report has been completed from the autopsy. The ruling of the death is suicide. The report indicates that the wounds inflicted were self-inflicted, so therefore we're ruling that now we can now speak conclusively that the death of Destiny Hamilton was cause of suicide.
Switching gears now, after months of renovations, the Grand Bahama Cancer Association is back in operation. According to attorney and board member Reagan Johnson, the center was used for COVID patients in 2021. But since then, the Hospice Center underwent major upgrades, making the rooms in that facility more comfortable for persons who are terminally ill.
The building is used basically for those who are in need of assistance with rare cancer ailments, and there are places that are available for them to stay for the evening, and it has been excellently organized, and I'm very proud that my friend Norma Headley, along with other persons, are giving such service in the island of Grand Bahama.
Board member of the Grand Bahama Cancer Association, Jean Hiver, says that hospice care is essential for many families, and they are encouraging more persons who are in need of their service to contact the Cancer Association.
After COVID, we had to do a lot of renovations, and now all these rooms are ready to take hospice patients, and we trained caregivers ready, so we are now ready to receive patients. And Norma has organized all this and done a wonderful job, because you can see all these rooms have hospital beds and other beds for family members, and it's all ready to receive patients, because I don't think there is a hospice in Grand Bahama apart from this one.
Well, over 60 youth leaders successfully completing skillful training at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. That story, sports and more, when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this process.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CD. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Unwind every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Prop Club at the Grand Lucaine Hotel. Enjoy tasty food specials on draft beers and house specialty pizzas. The Prop Club, the best place to meet friends and enjoy happy hour.
Visit the Seafood Hub for signature seafood dishes, shrimp, conch, lobster, fish, salmon, with a variety of specialty rices. The Millennium Mall, phone 533-9597.
Come shop at Pennyworth Variety Store, now open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Located number 9, Justin's Plaza, Martintown, 8 Mile Rock. Pennyworth Variety Store. Shop smart, pay less. Phone 821-6269.
Mitsubishi Electric's revolutionary dual barrier coating prevents the buildup of everyday dust and oils and dramatically reduces the maintenance on your HVAC. Visit us at MitsubishiComfort.com to learn more.
Look at this beach. We're like, yeah. You can't even imagine what this looks like. You can't describe it to anybody. They just really have to see it for themselves.
From the mystery of the caves to the pristine beaches, the mystical blue hole.
This is the capital of the Berry Island, which is Great Albuquerque right now. We're coming through the channel.
You get to see Raven Davis hop over, conch diving, fishing, community, and the untold stories.
I found that it was nothing like home.
Wow.
So I actually left and came back to Berry Islands to work with him and to keep the family business going.
Hear why the Berry Islands is one of the Bahamas' best kept secrets. Only on the ZNS Network.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Over 60 youth leaders successfully completing skillful training at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture's Youth Leaders Certification Program. Jolanda Thompson-Everest has the details in this report.
68 youth leaders are now certified and ready to serve the youths of our nation. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture honoring those that passed a 14-week program. Family, friends and supporters gathering at the Grand Lucayan celebrating their loved ones' achievements. The Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bolag, bringing remarks voicing that now is the time for young people to rise up.
Many participants in this cohort may have been in youth work for some time, or some may be in their early stage of their youth work journey. Whatever stage you may be, your successful completion of this certification course shows your commitment to giving the best to young people, and for that, let us put our hands together and give them a round of applause.
The youth minister adds that youth work is not as easy as it may seem, adding that it requires a particular set of skills.
Youth leaders, you have taken on a great responsibility. The responsibility of joining parents, governments, teachers, social workers, and their community leaders in forming the village that it takes to raise a child.
Program Coordinator Carla Brown-Roker crediting the Almighty God for the success of the special program and admonishing those graduates to now prepare for the world ahead.
Access, opportunities for growth and development, and a genuine commitment to God and to the young people that He has placed in our path is our mission and our mandate. As we leave this ceremony, let us reaffirm our focus on our country's greatest resource, our young people.
And here's what these graduates enjoyed most about the program.
My most exciting part of the program was when we had to form our groups and we had to recreate or create a program geared at youth.
My favorite thing was the leadership, because I always wanted to be a leader.
And it was also like therapy for us as well, to make us better people as we try and make our youths better persons.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Congratulations to all the youth leaders. Well, Sister Mary Patricia Russell Junior High School hosting a series of exciting events dedicated to celebrating and emphasizing the vital role of language arts. Coordinators lined up a diverse group of communicators from across the community to engage with students. Shalia Roll has more in this report.
It's the second best week here at Panther Country.
As language arts is a crucial developmental skill in a child's life, Sister Mary Patricia Russell Junior High School hosting a week of events highlighting the importance of literacy in everyday life.
We wanted the students to understand that language is something that you need in every job, every occupation. You need language skills. And with the community members coming in, they were able to share their experience and how it has impacted them in their fields.
In an effort to show the importance of language, coordinators for the week of events inviting various communicators throughout the community to speak with the children about the different ways they use language arts in their different occupations.
I think that they got excited because this generation doesn't really listen to radio much, but I think I won about 2 or 3 of them over. So I'm excited about that. I get them to do a little bit of storytelling and learning how to effectively communicate with your listening audience. It was fun. It was exciting.
I spoke to the students today about my journey in the film world. I'm a newcomer to the film world, the film industry in the Bahamas, and they were very receptive.
Our Azure Quant of ZNS Northern Service also having the opportunity to dive deeper into the use of communication as a news reporter.
We are about to embark in a conversation that will not only enlighten you, but also empower you to become articulate communicators. Who think they're an articulate communicator?
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
And that's a look at stories making news. Jay, what's the latest in sports?
In sports, the Paul Dingus Thompson softball tournament wrapped up on the weekend at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex. Don't go away. Sports is next, right after this break.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
D-Mac.
While you are looking for sugar, someone can test your
KB.
I see it. My work is on the water.
Don't miss the best of the best. Turks and Caicos Islands, June 27th through 30th. TCI. Be there.
The Grand Bahama Utility Company Water Department is calling all customers in High Rock, McLeanstown, Gambier Point, Freetown, Rocky Creek, Bevanstown, Turtle Cove, and Pelican Point to come meet their representatives May 23rd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the High Rock Administrator's Office to discuss accounts and easily pay water bills on site.
Look at this beach. We're like, yeah. You can't even imagine what this looks like. You can't describe it to anybody. They just really have to see it for themselves.
From the mystery of the caves to the pristine beaches, the mystical blue hole.
This is the capital of the Berry Island, which is Great Albuquerque. Right now, we're coming through the channel.
You get to see Raven Davis, hop over, punk dive.
Fishing, community, and the untold stories.
I found that it was nothing like home.
Wow.
So I actually left and came back to Berry Islands to work with him and keep the family business going.
Hear why the Berry Islands is one of the Bahamas' best kept secrets. Only on the ZNS Network.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. It was a busy holiday weekend in sports with track and field, but let's begin with softball. After 4 days of competition at the Paul Dingus Thompson men and co-ed slow pitch invitational softball tournament at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex, it was Grand Bahama Police Force that won the championship against the New Providence Police team in the co-ed championship.
My team has been on the field playing exceptionally well. Their goal was to capture this trophy and make sure that the police from Nassau go back with second. And they have accomplished that. The Royal Bahamas Police Royals from Grand Bahama are the champions. And I am so proud of my team because I know that a lot of them were actually completing their work hours, but also found time to come on the field to relax, to play the game, and of course to come up as winners.
Thank you. Taking MVP honors was the cleanup man, Desmond Russell.
The tournament was very good. It was very competitive. And to represent the police to win the tournament was really good. Really well. I played my part, everybody else did their part, and we came together as a team, and that's how we won this team.
In the All-Men's Championship game, the CLA Hitters defeated Press Players to win the title, keeping the trophy in Grand Bahama once again.
It always feels good to be the champions, and come out on top. And our performance, and all we did was come out, hit base hits, scores, and runs.
And finally in sports, scores from Week 8 of the Grand Bahama Flag Football League. Skies and Limit Rock Boys dominated Freeport Cantina Port Stackers 38-6 to remain on top of the league in the standings as the playoffs are fast approaching. Also, the Oilers won against the Titans 18-12 in a close one. Ladies and gents, that is your quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Thank you, Jay. And here's a look at your local weather forecast, sponsored by Royal Star Assurance.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's a beautiful
Don't go away. We continue to salute nurses this month during our Facebook Friend of the Day. Stay with us.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
It's your time to taste the grand life at the newly restored Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill at Grand Lucaya. Grand Bahama's premium sports bar, hangout, and entertainment hub. Available for special events. Stop in 7 days a week and join the successful business professionals, sports fanatics, foodies, and friends at the most pristine stretch of beachfront in Freeport. The ultimate party spot. Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill. Now open 7 days a week, Sunday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to midnight. Special guest artists from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. There's also Karaoke Friday and Friday and Saturday happy hour. Drinks and food special at Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill, located at Grand Lucaya.
Call us today to book your parties, weddings, and special events.
At Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill. Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill.
JMC Gaming TCI, JS Events Freeport, and Shisha Lounge TCI present the best of the best Turks and Caicos and Bahamas concert weekend. June 27th through 30th. Thursday, day 1, the People's Rush at the Fish Fry at 7 p.m. Featuring the We Funk Chunkanu Group with special guests, Saxon's Brass. Friday, day 2, Casino Royal Day from 1 to 4 p.m. Friday night, the Welcome Party at Shisha Lounge from 10 p.m. Featuring TCI's Most Wanted, DJ Shay, DJ Young Squad, and the Prime DJ. Saturday, day 3, Day Away Beach Party. Noah's Ark from 12 midday to 4 p.m. Then Saturday night is the best of the best concert, Grace Bay Village, from 9 p.m. Featuring live from TCI, Brad, Mikey and Kool-Aid, Gemma, Barbara Johnson, from the Bahamas, D-Mac, KP, Chino T, Elon Moxley, Veronica Bishop, Sweet Emily, Nishi Ellis, Afi, and Stevie S. For more info, phone 649-231-0018 or email comegowithmeweekend@gmail.com.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Nurse Sharon Morley, you are our Facebook Friend of the Day. We salute you and all that you do to make our community healthier. And that's going to do it tonight for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire Northern Edition team, I'm Adra Quant, but don't go away. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
We have more than anyone else. We are the most. We are news leaders, and credibility is the order of the day.
Why don't you come to the most? Only the Sun can cover you better than our new digital product with exclusive stories and entertaining content.
We are the most. Community TV page and radio community announcements. The most viewers and listeners in the country.
We have the most years of the human history recorded. There's no archive like ours.
I came back home to bring you even more news and local programming. We're simply the most, the news ZNS.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Vontae, and welcome back to another episode of The Drop.
2 minutes to airtime. I came back home to make sure you have the most in news and entertainment. We're simply the most.
And I came back home to make sure that you have the most in information, education, entertainment, and inspiration. We're simply the most. The news ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, Finding Devin. Police reservist discharged, blood bank relocated, and in sports, Baratari Exuma Regatta, a wrap. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. Where is Devin Isaacs? A family here in the capital tonight puzzled about the whereabouts of their teen relative. The police mounting a massive search for the boy. Devontae Hanna leads us off tonight in studio with this update. Devontae, what can you tell us?
Well, Makushla, tomorrow will make 7 days since the family of Devin Isaacs last seen the teen. Now, of course, this has sent them in quite the frenzy and leaving them rather concerned as they continuously search the streets of the capital in search of their loved one. Now, Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernando spoke to media earlier today with some rather shocking details. Here's what he had to say.
And hopefully between now and the end of the day, we will find him safe and sound. Based on our information thus far that we retrieved, we don't think he is being held hostage.
Devin Joey Isaacs was last seen on Wednesday, May 15th at his Carmichael Road home. The 16-year-old's sudden disappearance has left family members, including his mother, Tashana Thompson, and two sisters, heartbroken.
My 7-year-old tell me today, so she can't sleep in the room because it ain't safe, because Joey ain't there. That most take my heart out of my body today when she tell me that.
And the home is situated here on the service road of the main Carmichael Road. In fact, they live on the second floor of this apartment complex behind me in house number 6. Now, his mother says on the night of May 15th, she got up and met the door unlocked, and Joey was nowhere to be found. A Marco's alert system went out just yesterday, hours before a prayer vigil was held outside the family home, and 5 days after he was reported missing. Tonight, Thompson is accusing the police of being careless with the investigation.
I know the police was lousy and weightless, working on my son's case because of his age. But like I tell the police, if it hit their doorstep, they wouldn't do that because they'll shut down the whole country to find their child.
That's right.
Commissioner Fernanda is, however, of a different view.
Marco alerts, as you are aware, is for young children. But this individual is 16 years. But we still used our initiative and said we will send it out because that is a missing person. That still is a child. And we had our missing person flyer that was out. And I made the decision yesterday evening to send it out through Marco's alert.
The hope for both parties, though, is the safe return of the Pace Christian Academy student. This is ongoing search efforts, and concern is now taking a toll on family members.
I've seen these things on the news about other people, and you never seem to feel it. But I can tell you, this really is just ricocheting this entire family.
Just release him, let him come home. He came, he's from a family that loves him, a close-knit family, extended, blood extended, as you could see from here. We love him.
And in a direct message to Joey, his mother says she just wants him safe and sound.
Please come home. We love you and we miss you. You have everybody crying, especially Jody.
Now, of course, as you can imagine, that was quite the emotional scene there yesterday at that prayer vigil, but family members are not giving up hope. Police say that if you've seen Devin Isaacs or if you've heard of anything, please call 911 or the Criminal Investigations Department at 502-9991 or 2. And at this point, even though Commissioner of Police revealed that information to us earlier today, we've not heard from police on the whereabouts of Devin Isaacs. Now, of course, all we can do here at the Broadcasting Corporation, the Bombers, the family and the country at large, is just hope and pray that he returns safely. Reporting live in studio for the Bombers tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna. Back to you, Kush.
Well, thanks, Devontae. And just to add to that, of course, we're praying for a positive outcome to this story. Meantime, the normally bustling commercial Palmdale district brought to a standstill this afternoon following a daylight shooting that's left 2 men in hospital. Our Corval Pyfrom was on the scene and has the details.
The usually busy Palmdale shopping plaza became the staging ground Tuesday for a brazen lunchtime armed robbery, resulting in 2 men being shot. At the scene, Commissioner Clayton Fernanda did not hide his indignance at this level of criminality.
We're going to take this to another level. I believe the Bahamian people is tired now. It's tired of every day, twice a day, persons are being shot and gunned down. They like, this is bold, too very bold.
The commissioner says it was around 1 Tuesday afternoon. 2 men, one apparently the brother of retired Assistant Commissioner of Police Stephen Seymour, were in possession of 2 cash bags intending to make a bank deposit when they were approached by a gunman in a light-colored Japanese vehicle demanding cash. The man headed in the direction of Lowe's Pharmacy with the gunman in pursuit. The assailant opened fire, wounding both men before escaping with one of the bags.
We are moving from door to door with business owners, and we believe, and we are following, we believe or suspect that they may have been followed here to this establishment. So there's a number of lines of inquiries that we are doing to bring some closure to this matter.
He also offered this assurance to business owners.
I have given my instructions to all of the commanders to reach out to all business owners within their respective division so that we could build this relationship. We have to fight this crime situation together.
The incident brought the commissioner and several of the force's top brass to the scene, there to show strength and solidarity to their former comrade. Also on hand, former Assistant Commissioners of Police Bishop Hewlin Hanna and Solomon Cash.
Now, Mr. Seymour he attends the church that I'm the pastor of, the Church of God of Prophecies, Free Tabernacle. So our prayers are with him and with his family.
In solidarity, we want to say to our country, though we are retired, we stand with our commissioner, Mr. Fernanda, and we'll always be here to support our Bahamian society.
Now, as for the 2 victims wounded in this attack, Commissioner Fernanda tells us that they were both responsive at the time that they were taken to hospital. Meanwhile, he's urging members of the public with any information that can help to track down the perpetrator of this incident to come forward. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
In related news, we know a bit more about recent incidents here in the capital, one of which left a 22-year-old man dead. Our West colleague Forbes picks up the story from here.
Homicide detectives still piecing together clues at this point, but according to Police Commissioner Clayton Fernandez, here's what they have so far in relation to last week's Ferguson Street homicide.
During the search of the deceased person on scene, detectives were able to find a pistol, a loaded pistol, which was retrieved from that victim. I could say at this time that that weapon that was recovered from that victim, we could safely say that that was used in 2 recent homicides.
When asked, the commissioner declined to say exactly which 2 cases. He did, however, share details of what he deems as success stories of firearms being taken off of the streets.
Custom officers at the freight terminals at the international airport, along with their K9, on examination of a box, they discovered 9 pistols with assortment of ammunition, and a quantity of marijuana was found in a box.
The commissioner could not say whether the culprits in this particular incident were involved in gang activities. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm West Calix Forbes.
Well, thanks, West. Police reservists placed before the courts for allegedly sexually assaulting a juvenile girl. Word of the incident went viral over the weekend, with many publicly decrying the officer's alleged actions. The incident prompting Commissioner Fernandez to remind the public that the police force has a zero-tolerance approach to officers involved in any criminal activity.
He was arraigned before the court, I think, on Friday past, and I suspect that he may be remanded at B-Docks. And I must say that we continue to say that we will do whatever we can, and we don't stand by and watch our own commit crime. We arrest them, investigate, and put them before the court where they belong. That is disturbing. With a juvenile, we continue to say that that will not be tolerated.
Still on court news, serious charges brought against a mother and son in a magistrate's court earlier today, appearing before Chief Magistrate Roberto Reckley, 59-year-old Cheryl Key and 30-year-old Kyle Carter. Now, Carter, the man arrested just last week when police stopped a black van being driven recklessly on John F. Kennedy Drive. A routine name check of the vehicle revealed suspected marijuana, along with several outstanding arrest warrants. However, a search of the driver's home revealed 13 pistols and 2 high-powered weapons. Today, the mother and son were arraigned. 16 charges brought against the mother, 17 against the son, ranging from firearms to drugs to ammunition. Carter pleaded guilty to all the charges, his mother not guilty. The younger accused given 5 years for the gun. Sentencing is pending. Still to come, a new home for the blood bank. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
At Commonwealth Bank, we offer affordable and flexible choices to get you back to financial fitness. Our personalized debt consolidation solution is built to fit any financial situation. One easy-to-handle monthly payment reduces your monthly expenses and gets you back on track to savings. Life is great when you're not weighed down by debt. Consolidate and live your best life with Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
It's so radical. New, the Kentucky Pizza Sandwich. Crispy chicken topped with marinara sauce, mozzarella, and pepperoni. It's so new. It's so radical. Order your Cheetah Sandwich now at kfcnassau.com. It's finger-licking good.
Here at Immigration Care Service, you can trust us, especially if you have experienced issues or problems with the U.S. immigration at the borders. We'll do our best to provide options and solutions to immigration roadblocks, so travelers can continue visiting the U.S. and residents can continue living their lives in the U.S. without worries. The best part? Our services are affordable and accessible. Take the mystery, confusion, and fear out of your immigration concerns. Contact Immigration Care Service today.
And I say, boy, my island's in the sun, 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 sun. Bring it up now. And I say, boy, my island's in the sun. Carnival time is here, but when I turn to party, this drunk and I got me with so boy.
Fly free from Nassau. Visit BahamasResidence.com for details.
Simplified Lending, we know that your time is precious, so we've unscrambled the loan process, making it fast and hassle-free. You can have your answer in as little as 24 hours. When you qualify, we simplify. We are the best borrowing solution for tuition, home renovation, vacation loans, emergency medical expenses, purchasing a vehicle, and for business expansion loans. Simplified Lending for simplified living. Call us today or find us in the R&D Plaza on JFK Drive.
Is the Little Caesars Stuffed Crust Pizza. Get more pizza for less money. Only $12. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left.
Pizza.
A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready Thursday to Saturday between 4 and 8 for only $12. Simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
The world is changing so fast. What about us? Yes, we face challenges. But we can also birth solutions. Together, we can explore limitless possibilities. And let the world mark the manner of our bearing. We can sustainably change and improve our lives by growing our own food. Are you ready? Let's grow.
A small number of Bahamians could be on the ground in Haiti when the Defense Force deploys 150 troops as part of Kenya's peacekeeping mission. Defense Force Commodore Raymond King says the Bahamas' support will largely be in a maritime capacity.
We are collaborating with the leaders of that mission. They're now looking at the persons who may be required, a small number of persons, maybe 5 persons who will be a part of the CARICOM Joint Task Force component, strictly administrative, nothing operational. That'll probably be the largest footprint we'll have in Haiti if the government approves that. But I would have met with Cabinet and I would have present a proposal to them in terms of the country's involvement with the multinational security support mission to Haiti. So we continue to prepare, but more importantly, we continue to protect our borders at this time.
As for the remainder of troops, they'll remain on Defense Force vessels.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and officers from my unit, we engage in discussions with Haiti to see if we could agree on a ship rider agreement, whereby we can embark the Haitian coastal persons on our vessels, which will permit us to operate in their territorial seas, so we'll be more effective and would be intent to safeguard against.
While identifying and finding ways to address maritime security threats, the goal of the International Ship and Port Facility Security Seminar. The event held under the theme Best Practices for a More Compliant ISPS Environment. Acting Port Controller Byrne Wright says the aim is to ultimately foster a more compliant ISPS environment.
In this rapidly evolving landscape, it is imperative that we remain vigilant and proactive in addressing the challenges posed by maritime security threats. This thought aligns with the IMO's theme for 2024, which speaks to the prioritization of safety in the industry.
Wright speaks to some of the threats to maritime security and efforts to combat them.
Bahamas is considered a soft target for terrorism, so any terror-related threat is what we consider, and we take measures to mitigate against them. We try and maintain a very high standard of security, very high security posture. We have training, such as today. This ISPS seminar brings all the stakeholders together to share information and ensure that we have the best practices.
Well, the Public Hospital Authority is celebrating the expanded relocation of the blood bank from the Princess Margaret Hospital to the new facilities on First Terrace, Centerville, which once housed EMT services. At a ribbon cutting and commissioning ceremony today at the new location, Health and Wellness Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, assured the relocation is only temporary, and in due time, a permanent home for the blood bank will be built.
I want you to know, and all at the sound of my voice, that the PHA and the government of the Bahamas are looking to construct new state-of-the-art facilities where our staff can be in a comfortable environment with the proper equipment and interface with the Bahamian population to the best of their ability, and they deserve better.
PMH's blood bank has long been laden with issues, largely due to its age. After all, it was part of the original hospital built more than 70 years ago. Fast forward to today, and according to PHA Managing Director Albinette Roll, the facilities are no longer suitable nor comfortable for staff or the public. She says a number of upgrades also accompany the relocation.
Based on infrastructural issues, we had issues in terms of mold in that particular area, so the quality of the air was not good for staff. And so we made a decision that we would move staff out in the interim period while we seek to design a state-of-the-art. We did a lot of upgrade to our analyzers, providing that great technology that people need to be able to get the results. Not only that, it removes persons from the environment of having to go to acute hospital to be able to assist others. So we wanted to come to a space that's more homely, they can relax, and then they could donate their bloods.
Well, over the last few days, we've seen and felt a rise in the mercury. Temperatures soaring into the 90s with the heat index making it feel well into the triple digits. The heat has undoubtedly caused discomfort, but is also potentially dangerous, even fatal. Health officials have issued a heat advisory reminding people of the importance of protecting themselves by staying cool and hydrated. The very young and the elderly are especially at risk to heat exposure, and today Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Michael Darville reiterated the importance of adhering to the advisory.
Bahamians everywhere try to stay cool, stay in the shade, and if you find yourself in a situation where you're having temperatures and feeling a bit odd, it's important to contact a medical personnel and stay hydrated. Lots of water on a regular basis. We advise all of our senior citizens and those who have medical illnesses to keep themselves cool. For those who have air condition, we advise them to stay in a cool environment. For those in old folks' home, it's important to keep them in cool, comfortable areas because we do not want to see cases coming to the accident emergency with stroke.
Still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for this evening, Davis Cup all set. And I will tell you how it all shaped up just ahead in sports.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
A decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
In the Yellow Elder Garden, Allie and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights. A symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Allie dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
Today's Uniform Center Chesapeake Road Warehouse Clearance Sale. Up to 50% off under the Big Tent only. Going on now. Everything under the tent must go. School uniforms, character raincoats, socks, fabrics and laces, backpacks, lunch bags, threads, zippers, ribbons, hair bubbles, and much more. Everything must go. Up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off. Save on selected school uniforms now. Restrictions may apply. Hurry into today's Chesapeake Road 10 Warehouse Clearance Sale. No exchanges or refunds on the items on sale. All sales are final.
Did you know that stingrays are some of the most friendly sea creatures around? Well, today we're in Grand Bahama on Sandy Key with Mr. Keith Cooper, who has dedicated years of his life to figuring these creatures out. I'm Leah Cooper, and this is Good to Go.
Good to go. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, that's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, that is good to grow.
Owner of West End Ecology Tours, Keith Cooper, says his interest with stingrays was piqued following a fishing trip with friends.
And decided I would go ahead and clean up the boat, get rid of the excess bait that I didn't need, and just threw it overboard into the water, not realizing the next step was I was surrounded by 20 stingrays, and I could not imagine where they came from. And all they did was consume the fish that I had thrown overboard, not realizing that that was something that they would eat. So on subsequent trips, I came back out being so curious as to why they were there in the first place. I said, well, let me see if I can come back out here and get in the water with them.
That was some 18 years ago. Fast forward to today, and Cooper offers a one-of-a-kind educational experience where guests are able to get up close and personal with these creatures.
But from a natural perspective, none of these animals' barbs are removed. They're natural the way they are. They were born. They're not in a cage or penned in any way, shape, or form. I don't believe in that. And number three, I let them do what they're designed to do, to naturally move through the water so that guests can get to see them in their natural environment. And I think that's really been the magic behind what I've done, is letting the animals be themselves and the guests interact with them on a natural level.
Cooper then took to the water to get me more familiar with the stingray.
As soon as I get in the water, they come over to touch me with their ampullae. What they are doing right now is saying, oh, we're so excited. Our man is here. And they know what's about to happen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot train them to do this. As you noticed, they were already here. I hadn't done anything in the water to draw them in. And as soon as I kneel down, they are going to react.
And after a while, I joined them in the water.
Feel that rough part? Yeah. Now bring your hand back up. She's getting it on your flag. You see that? Isn't that amazing? Yeah. See how cool they feel? Yeah. Do one more time so they can say it's real. Bingo.
He adds that he hopes that he can expand the Stingray Experience Tour to more family islands. But if you want to take this tour, here's where you can book it.
Well, there is a website, westendecologytours.com. You can go to and you can book not just the Stingray experience and actually book the date online. You can also book a coral reef program we have with the Perry Institute called the Reef Rescue Network, where we established 5 coral reef domes that they brought over, and we transplanted them into a shallow environment to create more habitat for the fish. And then we also have a reef fishing program where we go into the shallow waters around the other islands, and we can either troll for barracuda and mackerels and other fish, and we also bottom fish for snappers and grunts and porgies and all those other species of fish that we like to eat.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
In early February, the U.S. State Department issued a Level 2 travel advisory for the Bahamas, sparking concern from many international guests interested in visiting the destination. The government has made a number of steps to dispel this charge, with one effort focused on incentivizing content creators to tell our story. Recently, the Ministry of Tourism organized a people-to-people experience for a number of Mexican creators who, in just one night, were mesmerized by Bahamian food, music, and culture. Host Ariadne Munning says the backyard event was a success, as a number of components were brought together to make the evening unforgettable.
I was approached about hosting an event for influencers, and honestly, I happily agreed, simply because I want them to be able to get the word out that the Bahamas is the best place, still remains the premier destination for solo travelers, for luxury travelers.
What we have done for our guests, we made sure that everything was authentically Bahamian. We made our own runners, courtesy of my gorgeous friend, okay? We made our own runners using the Bahamas batik fabric, so they can get to see what that looks like. We also have native Bahamian dishes. We have the peas and rice. We have the macaroni and cheese, the way we do it here. We have even salty.
Among the group, Mexican marketing agent and content creator Claudia Lozano says the experience of engaging with Bahamians was the highlight.
Everything that you can see in the plane, you know, the colors of the sea, and then you met the people. They are the best. They are so charismatic and they hug you. It's an incredible experience. And I'm not gonna talk about the food because I just need to go and eat something else because it's amazing.
Well, for years, the Yellow Elder community has been plagued by violence, one deadly shooting after another in recent months. But the area's Member of Parliament, Michael Barnaby, insists not all hope is lost. In fact, he says a community centre is in the works for the area that will help better address some of its challenges, while providing a safe and positive atmosphere for residents.
So we're building that in the heart of Yellow Elder, Melbourne Road. It's a complex that will have so many things, amenities there for young men to involve themselves in. One of the things that we have there is an Olympic-sized swimming pool. We will have a commercial-sized kitchen. We have a conference room, computer rooms, and so we can bring them in and start the mentoring program that is so needed.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture is launching a series of activities aimed at fostering growth, confidence, and camaraderie among boys. There will be an all-boys concert on May 24th at 7 p.m. in Rawson Square, a boys' fun day on June 1st at 1 p.m. on Clifford Park, and a church service on June 2nd beginning 2 p.m. at Church of God of Prophecy, followed by a march from East Street to Christie Park at 4:30 p.m. State Minister Zane Lightbourne spoke about the significance of hosting these events.
This week is an occasion for us to reflect on how aspects of our culture, including music, dance, sports, technical and vocational education, craft, and other cultural expressions can be exploited to enrich the lives of our boys and the Bahamas as a whole. The National Boys Week is therefore a great opportunity to call to mind and celebrate the talent, skills, and abilities of our boys in our nation.
And speaking of launches, the fight against non-communicable diseases, nothing new, but it's past time to get moving and do something about it. In walks, a national campaign to encourage Bahamians to adopt healthy lifestyles. Wellness Unit Manager Dr. Sheena Moss says the Let's Move Bahamas initiative will play a major role fighting such illnesses.
We want to say to the Bahamian people, move in your own way, whether it may be swimming, whether it's walking, playing basketball, tennis. But we want to encourage you at large on a daily basis to be active. In our region, we have the highest rate of obesity, kidney failure, as well as hypertension. And this is one of the reasons we want to fight against non-communicable diseases and encouraging the Bahamian people to live a healthy lifestyle.
As for the program's plan of action,
we come together on public parks, whether it may be Goodman's Bay, Arawaki. We bring the Bahamian people at large. We give them paraphernalias. This is where aerobics takes place, karate. We have high-intensity exercises, and so much more that happens. Individuals come just showing the importance of eating a healthy meal, nutrition, drinks that you should have. We encourage those individuals, when they're thirsty, to reach for water. We're coming to your community. Pathway to Wellness is something we're the wellness champions. They're going door to door, and they're bringing an awareness to the community as it relates to the importance of living a healthy lifestyle.
Well, we pause now to highlight the benefits of breastfeeding on this World Breastfeeding Protection Day. Here's Country Representative for the Pan American Health Organization, Dr. Eldana Bosson, with more.
And it's really because breast milk has so many positive aspects to it. It's the ideal food for infants. It's safe. It's clean. It also has antibodies that will give the infant natural immunity. Temporarily, the immunity will wane over time, but it gives immunity. It's like free vaccine, free protection against illness. And it's comprehensive. It provides all the energy requirements and all the nutrient requirements that the baby would need for the first year of life.
Dr. Wasson goes on to tout the added benefits of breastfeeding.
All in the first 6 months of life. In the second 6 months of life, it provides about half of the nutrition needs. And in the second year of life, so between the ages of 1 to 2, it actually provides a third of the nutrition needs. And so WHO, World Health Organization, we promote exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months because baby gets everything. And then to start after 6 months, introducing other foods, nutritional foods, but maintaining breastfeeding, if possible, up to 2 years.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
ESE Distributors, the #1 wholesale beauty supplier in the Bahamas, specializing in hair products, accessories, and makeup. A variety of skin lightening products, Keratin, Natural Bright, Pawpaw, and personal toiletries, like soaps, creams, lotion, and oils. Hair products like Got2b, Red One, and everything in the Morphos line. And lots of hair. Afro Kinky, 3X Ghana, crochet hair. We deliver and ship to the Family Islands. ESE Distributors, located on Soldier Road opposite NCA.
everything's fine.
Shop online for free in-store pickup in 2 hours or less.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Well, Andrea Pinder of Central Eleuthera High School named the new Junior Minister of Tourism. The 2024 Junior Minister of Tourism speech competition finals held recently at Bahamas Harvest West Campus, University Drive, under the theme Digital Transformation of Tourism, Sustaining a Multi-Island Destination. The new Junior Minister will engage the Tourism Minister and executives and see a day in the life of the ministry while representing the Bahamas on the world stage. Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather, and for that we turn to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makishra. A stormy afternoon with some thunderstorms and even the report of some hail in the Carmichael area early this afternoon. That's since moved to the south of us, and currently we have patchy clouds, temperature at 79 degrees. Relative humidity 69%. We have west-southwest winds at 3 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,012.6 millibars. That's 29.90 inches. And your temperatures around the islands this evening: Marsh, Ababico at 84, 83 in Green, Tulkey, and in Freeport, Grand Bahama. The Berry Islands 82, Alistown, Bimini 83, 82 in Harper Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera 80 degrees, 77 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 77 also in Kemps, Basal Andros, and Black Point, Exuma. Otterstown, Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey at 80 degrees. Georgetown, Exuma, 79, 80s again in Ragged Island, Clownstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, 85, Acklands, 86, Matthewtown, Inagua at 80 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Islands, 79. And your boating forecast for all areas tonight through Thursday. We're going to have light and variable winds once again with flat seas, 1 to 3 feet. High tide takes place at 7:27 this evening, with a second high tide at 7:40 tomorrow morning. It's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Come back with a hickey, you say mosquito do that. Conchita, that be no mosquito. It was something bigger, girl like smell a rat. Something just ain't right. That be no mosquito bite.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. Your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
I've been loving you so long, loving you so long.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
You guys, Mommy has to get a few spins in, okay?
But Mommy, I'm hungry.
Just
Just 5 spins, you guys. Just 5 spins, okay, guys? Just need 5 spins.
We better do our homework. It's gonna be a while.
Problem gaming affects more than just the gamer. This message has been brought to you by the Gaming Board for the Bahamas, which encourages you to game responsibly.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
It's so new. It's so radical. New, the Kentucky Pizza Sandwich. Crispy chicken topped with marinara sauce, mozzarella, and pepperoni. It's so new. It's so radical. Order your Pizza Sandwich now at kfcnassau.com. It's finger-licking good.
Here at Immigration Care Service, you can trust us, especially if you have experienced issues or problems with the U.S. immigration at the borders. We'll do our best to provide options and solutions to immigration roadblocks, so travelers can continue visiting the U.S. and residents can continue living their lives in the U.S. without worries. The best part? Our services are affordable and accessible. Take the mystery, confusion, and fear out of your immigration concerns. Contact Immigration Care Service today.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hart. Well, there's nothing like a homecoming regatta to get people excited, and that's exactly what took place in Barry-Tarry. Exuma over the weekend. Charles Fisher making the trek to take in the action.
It was a festive occasion closing out the 39th homecoming and regatta. After 3 days of friendly competition on the water in the Class C, it was time to handle the hardware, and the crew from Barry-Tarry, Bullrich, the overall champs. New Eyes second, and Patton Pride was third.
This is a brand new boat, and we got a victory.
We did pretty well. We get it together, and we was successful in what we did.
When you get the championship WWE belt on you, how it is to knock down all the big guys?
Man, it feels so, it's unexplainable. It feels amazing, you know. But we really fought hard. A stiff competition is really good. So we're thankful to be where we are right now. With the right crew, anything is possible. We can make it happen.
Over in Class E, the overall winner, Miss Agnes, skipped by Elron Rule. One Bahamas second, Wavemaker third, Miss Bella fourth, and running out the 5 sloops, Riptide.
Yeah, it was pretty easy, pretty simple, absolutely no competition at all. I went out there and do what I usually do.
How were the conditions out there for you guys out there?
Some of the races were a little off and on. You know, the breeze drop out in some areas, but I still went out there and take care of business.
So what's up now for the rest of the year?
Same thing.
What regattas will you be sailing?
Rollville, Bass to the Bass, and Long Island.
Commodore of the National Family Island Regatta, Dallas knows nothing but praise for the sailors and organizers.
An amazing regatta. It was a well-executed event. The weather was fantastic. 13 C-Class. Have we ever had 13 C-Class out here before? Record amount. Thanks to Black Point for coming out. That's what we like to see. We like to see the sport growing. We like to see Exuma boats performing at a high level. The top podium finishers are Exuma-built boats, Exuma-sailed boats with Exuma crews. So that's what we like to see. I think we can agree that sailing is in good shape at Exuma, with over probably half the regattas in the country being held on the mainland and the Keys. And the skippers and boat builders of Exuma are really performing at a high level.
2025 will be the 40th anniversary for Barry-Tarry, and expect more sloops and more fun. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
All right, thanks, Fisher. Well, today was day one of the primary schools track and field nationals over the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Swanson Gibson on the scene. He gets us caught up on everything that took place.
The primary school track and field nationals are well underway at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Teams from New Providence and the Family Islands compete for the gold medal. Director of Sports Kelsey Johnson-Sills outlined the event's format.
We have more than 100 schools competing. That's across from Grand Bahama in the north, Bimini's actually from in the north, to Inagua in the south. We have about 4 age categories. That's the A, B, C. And we have 8 persons competing from 5 years old to 13 years old.
Johnson also discussed the performances of Family Island competitors and their potential.
Well, the Family Island students are really showing up and showing out today. We've had great representation from the schools, Low Sound Primary. As you can see in the 200 meters, a young girl in particular, she ran away from the crowd. So we're looking at our future Shawnee Millers, our future Stephen Gardners. And even though the Family Islands don't have the facilities like New Providence or Grand Bahama, they're doing extremely well.
The track and field nationals conclude on Thursday, May 23rd. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Swanson Gibson Jr.
Meanwhile, from the tennis beat, Bahamas Lawn Tennis Association hosting its Davis Cup and Billie Jean Cup trials over the weekend. This over at the National Tennis Center. On the ladies' side, Danielle Thompson winning her bracket with a win over Tatiana Madu in 2 sets. Thompson making her return to the sport after a nearly 5-year absence. On the boys' side, cousins Michael Major Jr. and Kevin Major Jr. going head-to-head. Michael getting the win 6-3-1 with his opponent retiring in the 3rd set. And to basketball, where Jonquil Jones and the New York Liberty in action yesterday, facing off against the Seattle Storm. New York looking to stay undefeated to start the season. They would indeed get the job done, taking the victory here 74-63. Jonquil playing 27 minutes, but finished with 16 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, while shooting 5 of 9 from the floor. Liberty now improving to 4-0. They play again on Thursday when they take on the Chicago Sky. And that's your look at sports for you here on this Tuesday. Of course, we have our Tuesday weather forecast just ahead. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
This year, we were proud to introduce our theme, Under the Sea, and bring awareness to the importance of sustainable fishing and conservation of our amazing marine resources like lobster, the Nassau grouper, and conch. Moving forward every Boxing Day, the group will focus on a new cause as aligned with our key brand pillars and engaging an iconic Bahamian musician to create and perform a song to promote that cause.
Protecting the environment, right? 35 years as the mayor of the Bahamas.
Losing your furniture to costly termite damage? You need Rentokil Initials Drop-and-Go Furniture Fumigation, the only service like it in the Bahamas. Simply drop your furniture at a fumigation container located at 5th Terrace, Centerville, and collect your termite-free piece within days. Sealed with our termite-free guarantee. Fast, convenient, affordable. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
We have more than anyone else. We are the most. We are news leaders, and credibility is the order of the day.
Why don't you come to the most? Only the Sun can cover you better than our new digital product with exclusive stories and entertaining content.
We are the most. Community TV page and radio community announcements. The most viewers and listeners in the country.
We have the most years of Bahamian history recorded. There's no archive like ours.
I came back home to bring you even more news and local programming. We're simply the most, the new ZNS.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Vontae, and welcome back to another episode of The Drop.
2 minutes to airtime. I came back home to make sure you have the most in news and entertainment. We're simply the most.
And I came back home to make sure that you have the most in information
education, entertainment, and inspiration. We're simply the most. The new ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have a mid to low level troughing across the northwest Bahamas, which is now sinking into the central parts of the country, and that fired up some pockets of showers and thunderstorms in the northwestern islands early this afternoon, resulting in some hailstones in some parts of the capital as well. But that cell has now moved to the south of us, and we still have some heavy stuff over Andros, and they will be spreading towards the south and east over the central and southeastern parts of the country during tonight and tomorrow. Our forecast for tonight here in the capital, mostly cloudy and warm, with a thunderstorm still possible in parts of the area. Low temperature getting down to 77 degrees. And tomorrow we're looking at quite pleasant with periods of clouds and sunshine. High temperature tomorrow, 87 degrees. And your extended weather forecast keeping you out of the 90s for the next several days. Wouldn't be until about Tuesday of next week before we begin to see those 90s again. In terms of showers, it's going to be mostly sunny right into Saturday, but come Sunday, we'll have some isolated thunderstorms working its way back into our forecast, particularly during the morning hours on Sunday, but that will quickly clear up as we head into Monday with an abundance of sunshine heading into early next week. Makisha.
Well, thanks, Basil. And before we leave, our Charles Fisher is just back from Barry Tarry's regatta. He has more tonight on some of the onshore activities. Charles?
Ready for a good old cook-off? Let's see who could make the best peas and rice. Kevin Lloyd, only male, the middle, Lusan Ferguson, and on the end, Sonia Dean. After some turning and making sure all the right ingredients were in, Kevin getting in that last-minute mix and some words of advice from a fan ready to taste the pot. It was time to take up a sample for each pot for the judges to taste. And making sure they had the right choice, judges doing their best. And in the end, the winner, Sonia, originally from Nassau, but have been living in Exuma for the last 9 years.
I always like peas and rice, and I notice a lot of places like they're missing so much ingredients. You know, it just tastes like peas and rice, maybe a little onion. And so I just wanted to come and show that it's more to peas and rice than just the peas and the rice. But you have to have a lot of herbs and spice and, you know, put some love in it. There's technique and there's, like I say, love. You have to love what you're doing. You can't just, you know. So I usually put my all into everything that I do. And definitely peas and rice needs to be right.
Second place finisher was Lusan Ferguson.
The competition went well. She has the flavor. I know I was missing some flavor in my pot. The consistency of my rice was at 1 point. It was just that I was missing some of the seasoning.
Now, Kevin Lloyd from Barry Tarry, going up against the two females, he was definitely the crowd favorite.
The little pot too small, and then all of a sudden Sonia come to me last minute. Because I put her in it. So after she had man, she come over and say, Kevin, please come join. So I said, let me go do it then. I see that I disappoint all my fans, but next it'll be better.
Oh, you feel going up against the women, though, the only guy in the competition?
I feel great. I ain't gonna lie, I feel great. But I know next year I'll do better than that.
After eating all that peas and rice, best thing to soak that up with was the gully wash making competition. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Charles Fisher.
Well, thanks, Charles. And that does it for the Bahamas Tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
Suicide prevention starts with recognizing the warning signs and taking them seriously.
If you think a friend or family member is suicidal, there is a lot that you can do to help and save a life. However, for persons who are not in the grips of suicidal depression and despair, it's a bit difficult to understand what actually drives many individuals to take their own lives. A suicidal person may feel as if there is no help available and they're